Good afternoon. My name is Arseniy Chikov, and today I'm going to present you the first model of GRESP upstream training, directional drilling. Well, first of all, before I will tell you about directional and horizontal drilling, we will determine what does a vertical hole means. It sounds strange, but vertical hole will never be drilled exactly vertically to the target depth. So if the hole just doesn't change its direction rapidly means more than 3 degrees per 100 feet of hole, it is a vertical hole. Well, directional drilling means a process of directing the wellbore along the trajectory to a predetermined target. During the directional drilling, it is very important to do deviation control. That means to keep the hole contained within a prescribed limit relative to the hole angle. There are a lot of uses of directional drilling, such as development work on sea or ocean platforms, fault drilling, drilling in populated areas, and others. First of all, we can use directional drilling while working on platforms when you're not able to drill a lot of vertical wells, but you can increase the exposed section length through the reservoir by drilling through the reservoir at an angle. It is often difficult to drill a vertical well through a steeply inclined fault plane to reach an underlying hydrocarbon-bearing formation. Instead, the wellbore may be deflected perpendicular or parallel to the fault for better production. In unstable areas, a wellbore drilled through the fault zone could be at risk because of the possibility or slippage or movement along the fault. Formation pressures along fault planes may also affect fault conditions. Also, we can use directional drilling when drilling into the reservoir where vertical access is difficult or not possible. For instance, an oil field is located under a town, under a lake, or underneath a difficult to drill formation. So we just drill from another place. The next one is side tracking or straightening. Side tracking is the drilling of a new lateral from an existing well that has poor or no productivity due to mechanical damage to the well or depleted hydrocarbons at that particular site. Also, wells may require sidetracking in order to redrill the well to a new target, sidetrack past a fish, or sidetrack due to hole problems. Sometimes oil and gas deposits are located close to salt domes, which are not very convenient for drilling. So we use directional drilling to avoid the salt dome and to reach zones which are lying beneath the overhanging cap of the salt dome. In the natural gas and petroleum industry, a relief well is drilled to intersect an oil or gas well that has experienced a blowout. Specialized liquids such as heavy drilling mud followed by cement can then be pumped down the relief well in order to stop the flow from the reservoir in the damaged well. And it was the first application of directional drilling to kill a blowout. Now, I would like to tell you about directional drilling measurements, such as the magnetic single-shot survey and magnetic multi-shot. They record inclination, direction, and tool face on sensitized paper or photo film. Rotary steering tool is an instrument used to incline the drilling collar, and gyroscopes are used when magnetic surveying tools cannot be used because of magnetic interference of nearby casing. Furthermore, in directional drilling, we use different types of deflection tools. For example, whipstocks are sometimes used in controlled directional drilling, in straightening crooked boreholes, and in sidetracking to avoid underdrift fish. It is a long steel casing that uses an inclined plane to cause the bead to deflect from original borehole at a slight angle. Another way of deflecting is with the jetting beads. The jet bead method of deflecting a well was at one time the most common method used in soft formations. However, the economics of this method and the availability of our directional drilling tool limits its use. And the last, one of the most common methods of deflecting is use of positive displacement motors or turbine with bent sub. Horizontal drilling is a kind of directional drilling when the end of the borehole is absolutely horizontal. It's very useful because it makes it possible to reach production zones far from the rig side and to increase the length of a pay zone within the target rock unit. So this way, horizontal drilling allows to improve the productivity of wells. In horizontal wells, Drill strings are typically run inverted with no drill collars. The drill pipe is run in compression, and heavy wide pipe is normally placed in the more vertical portion of the borehole to provide weight to the bottom hole assembly. MWD, measurement while drilling, is an essential kind of directional survey measurements. MWD typically concerns measurement taken of the wellbore inclination from vertical and also magnetic direction from north. The tool uses accelerometers and magnetometers to measure the inclination and azimuth of the wellbore at that location, and they then transmit that information to the surface. With a series of surveys, measurements of inclination, azimuth, and tool face at appropriate intervals, the location of wellbore can be calculated. Dear students, that is the end of the third model. Thanks a lot for watching. We appreciate your interest. We're waiting for you on the next lesson. Have a nice day.